So we're still together, but we can date other people. We would just have to be open and honest with each other.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Shak-Clips here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst cheaters I can find. And like always, guys, your favorite clip will be at the end, but in this first one, it is absolutely pathetic. This girlfriend decided to cheat on a live stream with Aiden Ross.
The girl in yellow, you got a boyfriend? Yep. How long have you and your boyfriend been dating?
9 years.
Are y'all down to come fly out to LA for a couple days?
For how long? For when?
Couple days, ASAP. How long do you want to stay? Oh, Dad, when y'all coming to LA?
Whenever.
Alright, say that. You gotta get that number off the thing. Alright, wait. You wanna give me your number? Don't say it yet. Hold on. Alright, skip.
Yeah, hypergamy at its finest. It doesn't matter if her face is being blasted to thousands of people. She is still contemplating on cheating on her boyfriend, knowing that that is going to end the relationship. This woman definitely belongs to the streets.
You ever smashed into one of my homies? I asked you that. I asked you that before I even moved into this house.
Why is that so important? If that was
What you mean? Ain't no man want to date no woman who smashed his homie, bro. Some of these dudes out here weird like that. But I'm not the one, bro. Like I'm a vouch for my homies and everything. Like if my homie smash somebody, I'm not dating them.
Man,
you didn't care about
so
me.
long.
You didn't care about me when I was riding the car with you around town, and everybody looking at me laughing, and I'm.
This man is 100% right, and that is because your woman is your reputation. You don't want a woman who is easy to get with or who got with a bunch of other men, because that represents the kind of man you are. You got pretty much the leftovers. The girl that no other man wanted.
What's a turn off for you?
Like really insecure men.
What's an insecure man?
He worries too much about what you're doing and how you are.
I feel like you've cheated before. Tell me how that happened.
Oh my gosh, it was an accident, alright?
Okay.
It was just a spring break, fun time, a lot of stuff in my system. It was a long night. I don't even remember it.
So wait a minute, she called a man insecure for, I guess, worrying too much, but then she just confessed to cheating on this man during spring break. Maybe that's why he was insecure. And let's not even just call him insecure, because you just cheated. And I can't believe she's still not taking any accountability.
Look at Tamori. She chose her temporary happiness over her family, and now she's online and on her TV show crying about how lonely she is, how much she wish somebody would hold her. She chose her happiness over her family. And that temporary happiness has you sliding down a wall, probably regretting and wishing you weren't going off of your impulses.
Now, sadly, a lot of women will do this. The divorce rate is really high, and guess what? Majority of it being done by women. A lot of them would rather chase lifestyle, materialistic things than staying in their own relationship.
Valentine's Day. We go to the movie and everything was great until I had to go to the bathroom. I left for maybe 3 minutes max, and when I came back, she was making out with someone in our seats.
I'm just gonna think that she didn't know the guy next to her. How did she pull that off in such a short amount of time? That's what we need to study here. Seriously, yeah, that cheating happens, heartbreak happens. Let's talk about how this girl sealed the deal within 3 minutes. Like she should write a book. Or she was blind and thought it was him.
I'm really confused on how some men are so easy to get with as well. Like, you just met this chick in the movie theaters and you're already gonna start making out with her? Do people not care about how clean some people are? I feel like I care too much about that, and I'm not gonna randomly kiss a woman I don't know.
Around with someone else, and then she ended up getting pregnant, and then like I found out deployed, and then it made all this drama. And
But she got pregnant while she was married to you?
Yeah, while I was deployed.
So sorry.
Like, I think back to, like, I was in Afghanistan, and, like, I wasn't allowed to be alone anymore, and it was just this weird, I was in this weird daze for so long.
Because they were worried about you?
Well, because, you know, that's like that typical story, right? You get deployed, you're in a combat zone, and then something horrible happens back home, and then, you know,
I feel like
what happens to
movies
military people when
it.
the stress gets high, and, you know, those rates are high, and so.
How did you find out about her?
I found out from her initially. She, like, texted me, and she was like...
She texted you that she was pregnant?
She basically went into detail about what happened, and she's like, you're probably going to hear about it, because it had already spread back in the States, but everyone was like, don't tell Dudley, like, we got to figure out how to tell him, because it's like this big thing when you're deployed, like, mental health is a huge thing in the military. I knew people that took their own life, you know.
Really?
It's a normal thing.
And was it somebody that you knew?
It was multiple people.
She didn't know who.
She didn't know who the dad was.
Yeah, that is definitely a heartbreaking story. And this is exactly why I always say that if you're in a long distance relationship, or if you're deployed, or if you're going to college and your girl's staying back home, or she's in college, end the relationship. I understand this man was married, and it's not easy to do that. And you may think that you trust this woman, but statistics prove otherwise. A lot of people need attention, and sadly, they're willing to do anything to get it, even if that means means you have to cheat on someone.
Somebody said this ninja really got no wife and no kids at 36. I'ma keep it real with you. I don't blame him. You see how much these freaking athletes, these entertainers are paying people when they get a divorce, the alimony and the child support? Like $72,000 a month. What the f you need with that much money a month? He said, get somebody else to do it, not on my watch. KD, I don't blame you.
Yeah, can you really shame a man for being successful at 36? I can't. I'd rather have a man do this than have a bunch of baby mothers he's taking care of.
I think sometimes like feeling so like robotic, like by the, I think like the 30th, you know, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're gonna do this, and like it just, sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal things at all. In my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? Like, if I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, you know?
And this is exactly why having a large body count is very bad for someone's mind. And I understand she does OnlyFans, but it's still connected. Some of these women sleep with so many men that they get desensitized to it. And she even said that she acts robotic in the act. You don't want a wife who's been through that and whose mentality is this damaged. There's literally no feelings between it.
A young and pretty lady posted this on a popular forum. What should I do to marry a rich guy? I'm 25 this year. I'm very pretty, have style and good taste. I wish to marry a guy with $500,000 annual salary or above. You might say that I'm greedy, but an annual salary of $1 million is considered only middle class in New York. My requirement is not high. Is there anyone in this forum who has income of $500,000 annual? This was actually in a paper in New York, and the CEO of JP Morgan responded, Dear Miss Pretty, my annual income is more than $500,000, which meets your requirements, so I hope everyone believes that I'm not wasting time here. From the standpoint of a business person, it is a bad decision to marry you. Put the details aside, what you're trying to do is an exchange of beauty and money. Person A provides beauty, person B pays for it, fair and square. However, there is a daily problem here. Your beauty will fade. But my money will not be gone without a good reason. The fact is, my income might increase from year to year, but you can't be prettier year after year. Hence, from my viewpoint of economics, I am an appreciating item and you are a depreciating asset.
Yeah, a successful man is definitely more rare to come by than just a pretty woman. And pretty is subjective, but guess what? Being rich isn't. The amount of money in your bank is not subjective. You can always find a pretty woman out there. And rich men know this. They don't need to settle down too quickly. They could pick pretty much any woman they choose because they understand what they bring to the table. But when a woman is only offering her looks and she's bringing nothing else forward, you're pretty much giving something that's gonna expire very soon. And sometimes it's just not worth the trade.
I hear a lot of, we're not going back. What are we not going back to? The kitchen.
When you don't know what the hell is going on. A lot of y'all are shacking up or wifing up girls that have more experience than you. She's been around dudes. She knows the game. Then you're up. Oh, let me walk down the aisle with this girl. Next thing you know, 6 months later, you're getting divorced or you get broken up with. That's why we tell y'all, don't get married. In general, most of you guys have no business getting married.
This is exactly why women with a higher body count have a higher divorce rate. And yes, they leave first. And men still think that they can wife up these girls who are 304s.
Girlfriend went to go play tennis with her ex. She said they're playing a tournament, so she'll be home late. So while she's gone, I decided to surprise her. She's been telling me she wants me to be a better boyfriend. So I went to the store and got her favorite flowers. Then I went home and cooked her favorite food for dinner. She should be home any minute. So I put her flowers and food on the table to surprise her. But after waiting for 30 more minutes, she still wasn't here.
She's literally been gone for like 5 hours. I've been waiting to eat for an hour, maybe.
So I decided to just eat without her. It was good. But now it's dark out and I'm worried about her.
She literally should have been home by now.
A couple minutes later, she walked in. She said the games went way later than she thought. She loved her flowers though. Then I noticed a couple marks on her neck. She said she got hit several times with tennis balls. I feel so bad for her. Y'all pray for my...
Now, obviously, this is just a skit. Otherwise, this would be the most embarrassing clip on the internet. However, there are a lot of men who actually are perfectly fine with their girls doing this, letting them hang out with other guys or having an open relationship with their exes and other men, and then kissing her at the end of the night, even though she's covered in disgusting things.
They're like, I can't tell you the last time a man tried to talk to me at a bar. A man tried to offer to buy me a drink. Do men still do that? Men, can you weigh in?
Oh my god, playing stupid is my third favorite game to play. Let's go.
I can only speak from a wingman's perspective at this point, but the general consensus with the boys is the risk isn't worth the reward. At least the fellas I hang out with are painstakingly aware of what they're working with, you know, what they can reel in. They know they're 5 and they're not going to shoot for a 12. They're blaring some crap mashup between Taylor Swift and Soulja Boy, and the club, personality doesn't matter. Jot that down. But on the other side, there are some delusions of grandeur. I'll be honest, this is what happens when you tell everybody under a 7 that they are a 7. Remember, 5 is average. That's how that shit works. So the rejection rate is through the roof, and then you have to worry about them making a video about you on the internet in which the comment section is going to be like, I choose the bear. Ew, what a creep. It's just a risky investment, that's all. It's like investing into the Hawk Tua coin, you know? My advice to all of you is go find a hobby that has nothing to do with alcohol.
Also, I have to add on that I feel like a lot of men are just not partaking in the club anymore. They'd rather focus on their grind, focus on themselves, and rather giving attention and validation to random women and paying them as well.
The point is that human beings are more dangerous than bears.
I'm not saying that human beings are less capable of inflicting harm. They are more capable of inflicting harm. But on average, men are not going to inflict harm unnecessarily compared to bears. Bears don't care. They're just going to do what they want to do regardless. There are less walls they have to go over. Morals, their humanity, like, is this other person posing a threat? All of those walls have to be crossed by a man, but for a bear to want to maul you, it's like 1 or 2. It's like, do I feel like it?
That's why I say it's significantly easier to forgive a bear than it is.
It's not about forgiveness. It's like its likelihood of being harmed.
Well, yeah, I would still pick the bear. I would rather be mauled by a bear than hurt by a bear.
I really feel like some of these women just argue just to argue for the plot so they can get more recognition on this podcast and more attention. But sometimes I really think about it, I'm like, maybe these women are just dumb. Maybe they just have really low IQs and they actually believe this.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, women need their own female version of David Goggins, bro, because a lot of y'all is messed up. Because, like, who is giving some of y'all advice?
How many bodies does it take to become a hoe? I feel like once you pass, like, 7, 8.
Oh, hell no.
10,
7, 8. Like 50, man.
Damn!
A lot of women will say, yo, I'm not meeting the right guy. It's always men that are not my type keep approaching me. You know why? Because your value was written on your forehead. It's right here. Your value says 0, ma. It says ran through. It says you can't cook. It says whatever it is that he's looking for, but you don't have.
Very true. You're gonna attract the exact same kind of person you are. So if you constantly see yourself attracting low valued people, then what does that say about you?
I've downloaded a dating app or ever gotten on one. People will get on dating apps and spend massive amounts of time chatting, talking, and texting, basically just to do a job interview, only to find out you don't have chemistry and you wasted hours, months, and weeks getting to know someone. People don't really know how to set the correct boundaries on that, and that's a whole nother lesson. There's also not accountability because they are not in your friend group, your church group, any kind of social group, so you can't even have that filter of knowing anything about their background, and they'll quickly ghost you.
And this is exactly why I stay far away from dating apps. I'm not sure why people still mess around with them. You're just giving random people more validation and attention, and I'm pretty sure out of all the friends I have, not a single one of them got a relationship from dating apps.
How would you feel about an open relationship?
How would I feel about us having an open relationship?
Yeah.
In what way? Open how? Like how? Like telling the world that we love each other? What do you mean?
Like, so we're still together, but we can date other people. We would just have to be open and honest with each other, you know, about who we're talking to and, you know, set boundaries for each other, you know. But we will stay together. But we just exploring different things, you know.
This is a joke or are you being serious?
I'm being serious.
Serious? Okay.
Yes.
So when we got married, I made a commitment to one woman, not multiple people. Just saying. So if you want to have an open relationship, maybe it's me you don't want to be with.
No, that's not it at all. You know I love you. Don't even play like that.
Stop the cap.
The moment your wife or your man has a conversation like this with you, the relationship is completely over. And fun fact, I don't think I've ever seen a successful open relationship. It just doesn't work. Jealousy, in my opinion, is part of the human being. You can't simply push that feeling aside and think it's normal. You're slowly gonna lose attraction with that person if you constantly see them with other people. That's just how the human being is created, in my opinion. Heck, I think I've even seen this with animals, where one dog is very upset this other dog is sleeping with this one. And if animals are able to feel that way, of course humans are as well. But that's just my opinion, guys, because it does wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys do want more content like this, please watch the videos you guys see at the top screen. It does so much and a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.